Right. Operation World Destruction.
I'm not in the mood to
Not subtle.
so I'll just give a short rundown. The rules are simple. Win and you get to move on. Lose and you're stuck here.
Huh? You mean I have to fight Yucatan?
Oh, you really are a pain in the ass. If you're not gonna do this, then hurry up and die. Here we go. Persona!
Oh boy. I guess the wind blows and I recognize Yucatan's persona before me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Not only are we fighting, but we're doing it with our personas? This doesn't make any sense, and I don't even have my evoker with me. But when I look back at Yucatan, she's already got her bow drawn and pointed at me. Oh man, she's completely ready for this.
Whoa, whoa, hold on, Featherpink. We can talk this out. I mean, you shouldn't be pointing that at people. Ah!
Our desperate plea is in vain, and Yucatan shoots an arrow at me with no hesitation. I managed to dodge away just in time. Nice aim, I mean, wait.
Stop moving around, Junpei. Just give up now and let me kill you.
What the hell did I do to deserve this? Looks like I'm just gonna have to run. While avoiding the arrows raining down on me, I started a mad dash towards the train station.
Ow! What the heck?
That's what I said! Only the victor can leave the area. Now hurry up and get this fight started!
I reach out to where I hit something, and sure enough, there's an invisible wall there. I guess I can't go beyond those red pillars. Does this mean that I'm seriously in trouble here?
I hope you're prepared. Face me, evildoer. You're no match for Featherpink. Strike out batter.
Whoa! Strikeout batter? What the hell does that mean? Did I get promoted from a generic bad guy to a villain out of the blue? Well, I guess I'll just have to fight a bit and pray that it's enough to knock Yucatan back to her senses. It's a shadow.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. How dare you, Featherman? I, Lord Junpei, will strike you down.
Jesus Christ, he's actually playing along like it's a TV show. But I guess the events are slightly different than what actually happened because we fought Yukari's shadow after it, and my phone just fell. What is the point of that fucking move? I'm getting the shit beat out of me. Gonna have to auto combo the shit out of this. Damn. Boom! Get wrecked. Let me pick up the remnants of my phone, which I've scattered across the floor. Nice. I've already lost a PlayStation controller today from also dropping it.
The Mook wins! Keep that up and keep winning!
Who are you calling a mook? Wait, Yucatan!
The red pillars shatter and Yucatan suddenly starts melting away like a black piece of candy. What the hell does that mean? Just then, what looks like golden grains of sand fly up into the air and flow across the sky. That costume guy on the monitors disappeared. Does that mean the invisible walls I ran into are gone now too? Maybe?
What was that just now? It wasn't a dream, right? I slept a ton on the train after all.
I pinch myself and look around. Ow, the lights are still out in the city and there's no one around. Could this really be the dark hour? The way that Yucatan disappeared seems familiar too.
Was that a shadow?
Then, was that a fake Yucatan? The convenience store's lights went out, right around midnight, I think. past midnight. It reminds me of the dark hour that was our battlefield that we fought within 3 years ago.
Did the dark hour come back?
At the stroke of midnight, the world seemingly stops in time and the world becomes a place where only persona-using people like us can move around. During that time, people disappear and shadows show up instead. Normal people don't even notice that this time exists. At the very least, the situation sure looks a lot like the dark hour.
But wait a sec. How'd I use my persona without an evoker?
Those with potential like us are able to summon personas by resolving ourselves to death, but in order to acquire the trigger for such resolve, we usually use these things called evokers that are shaped like guns. But during that fight, I was able to summon my persona, whatever that word is, just by thinking about it in my head. This feels like it's more dangerous than the dark hour. If that's the case, then could the disappearance of Mitsuru Senpai and the rest be related to this phenomenon?
Is that General Teddy guy behind this? We'd better step barefully.
No! Oh my god, they're still doing bear puns together. That costume dude told me to keep winning, but I don't know anything about this town. Well, just standing around here isn't going to do me any good, so I guess I should head back to the station for now. That's where the real Yukitan told me to wait.
Let's see here. Which way was it?
I start walking back the way I came, but something's obviously wrong. I mean, I don't think it took me this long to get from the station to the store, and it might just be because of the fog. The street poles and streets look distorted. A maze that changes every time you look at it. That in itself reminds me of the past. Was that a girl who needs help? Somebody might be getting attacked by something similar to that monstrous Yukitan. I mean, that monster that looked like Yukitan. If that really was a shadow, then there's no way I can ignore this. I'm the Shadow Operative's lethal weapon, after all. I look towards where I heard the sound coming from, and I see a giant shopping center, like one you'd find in the suburbs. The sign says Junez.
Oh, hey, I know that store. Every day's great.
Oh my god, he just started singing the jingle. I don't remember that place from a moment ago, but I'm positive that I heard the girl's scream come from there. She needs me to rescue her.
No, stop!
Hang on, I'm coming! Shadow Operative Junpei Iori is on the scene!
Never change, Junpei. I force open the stuck automatic door with my hands and almost trip over a number of things while I run into the building. Okay. Who's here? We may never know. Alright. What? Is that Margaret's portrait? It is! What? And that looks like the Velvet Room from Persona 3 as well. That's not the car, that's the elevator. So... someone's about to get summoned to the Velvet Room. Oh wow, I haven't seen this in a while.
There appears to be quite a commotion.
I still can't stand Margaret's new voice.
Sister?
Theodore, what?
Since yesterday. What is going on in the outside world?
I believe you could say that those kids' ordeal is still continuing.
An ordeal, you say?
Yes. In other words, mankind's potential is being tested.
Potential? Sister, where might Elizabeth be right now? Abandoning the duties given to us by our master and going out into the outside world is normally forbidden to us. Why did Elizabeth go through all that?
This is neat. I guess Theodore really is canon now. But female Persona 3 protagonist isn't.
I suddenly feel thirsty. Do you feel like drinking a cola?
A cola, you say?
My, don't tell me that you don't know what that is.
Of course I do. Elizabeth told me about it.
Oh yeah,
Every
she's a great
monster
source of
compressed
fucking.
into a metal cylinder, waiting for the moment its
Oh my
prison
God.
is released.
Elizabeth is a
to spring
terrible
into the
source of
eyes the
information.
unwary spewing foam.
Quite. Well then, I task you with the acquisition of about 100 of these colas.
You want me to do this? But cola only exists in the outside world.
I merely ask for the cola. How and where you perform your task is at your discretion.
Theodore's gonna
Even
get
if it
involved?
takes you into the
What?
outside world.
Sister,
Yes, what is it?
while I'm out, may I go see what's going on outside?
That would be none of my business. All I asked you to do is go on an errand for me. Shouldn't
He
you know?
really is. Like,
Our master
obviously he's
will be
not a
returning
fighter, but
Yes, I'll go at once.
I guess it can't be helped that he's drawn to the outside world right now. This current aberrance in the outside world is centered on that red-haired guest. And Persona users have gathered to it, as if caught up in that fate. Even my heart races just thinking about it. It's troublesome having siblings so brimming with curiosity.
though none quite as bad as Elizabeth. I guess Theodore doesn't seem too far away, but he does consider her a valid source of information. That was a neat cutscene, though. Oh no! Oh wow. 3 options opened up. Alright, well, we are going to... They're about the same length, so it's probably a cutscene, followed by a fight, followed by a cutscene for both of them. Junpei is going to be another case of that, but it's after these two. So if I do his first, one of these two might show up. Well, Yukari will probably show up and can mention what she did. So we'll go with Ken first. Get the worst out of the way. On the floodplain, huh?
Another dead end.
That's right, you suck. I sighed for the umpteenth time that day, and Kuromaru and I traded glances. While searching for that mysterious shadow that appeared to look so much like Akutsuki, we ended up on the Samigawa floodplain that flows through Inaba. We went down the stairway in Junes without incident, but from there, the town was shrouded in a red mist and every path twisted like a maze, turning us away from the direction we want to go. Having gone for so long without finding any meaningful information, I was starting to worry a little. In any case, this entire situation, a town filled with red fog at the stroke of midnight, turning into another world, and the appearance of another tower that looks just like Tartarus.
Careful, Koromaru. At this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if we ran into shadows.
Kuromaru seems to nod. Still, this really is like the Dark Hour, and never truly ended. While I had been living my life in peace like a child, the world was still in danger. And I was left out in the cold.
Why didn't anyone tell me anything? I'm definitely strong enough to fight beside everyone else. Being removed from the unit just because of my age isn't fair.
It's gonna be Shadow Ken again.
Who's there?
I shout at the fog, and a dark shape nonchalantly walks out of the mist towards us. Kuromaru begins to growl.
You're irritated about it. Is that me?
The shape turns out to be 2 figures, me and Kuromaru, as I'm looking into a mirror.
What's the meaning of this? Even if you try to deceive us with those appearances, it's no use.
I feel a wave of malevolence from the shadow that took my form. I ready my spear and take a fighting stance. I'm not deceived. This is definitely an enemy.
Being a child only on the surface. Peaceful only on the surface. Friends only on the surface. Aren't such things only nuisances?